Yesterday was the 4th of July, and like many Americans, my family celebrated our freedoms by spending time together, eating good food, and watching fireworks. Now, unlike a lot of other holidays, I feel like the 4th of July is one where we do focus on the meaning of the holiday a little bit more, which is a celebration of freedom. As an entrepreneur, freedom is an important aspect or an important part of my life. This freedom gives me the opportunity to pursue my dreams and goals. However, while I have that right and that freedom to be able to pursue my dreams, there is no guarantee that what I pursue is right or what I pursue is going to work or that what I pursue is going to bring me the success that I desire. So if you're thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, here's a few thoughts for you to consider. If you're already an entrepreneur, then you're going to agree with a lot of what I have to say, I'm sure. Being an entrepreneur does not come easy. Now, sure, there's exceptions to the rule, and some people are going to have an easier path than others. But generally speaking, being an entrepreneur comes with a lot of challenges, a lot of struggles, a lot of negative voices telling you to try something different or go a different direction. And ultimately, it's not an easy path, and it's one that takes time for most entrepreneurs before you're going to actually get where you want to be. So the question is, at what point do we quit? At what point do we throw the towel in and do something else, do something different? Well, I'm reminded of an image that I saw online several years ago, actually, and I did find it, and I've shared it on my website, linked below in the comments. But this picture shows two different men in separate mine shafts. So there's one on the bottom and then one on the top, okay? The guy on the top, he's plowing away with his pickaxe, right? And he's got this big, huge gap of dirt between him and the diamonds on the end. On the bottom picture, the guy looks really defeated. He looks really worn out. He's hunched over and he's facing the other direction. He's walking away and he's just got this little sliver of dirt left before he reaches the diamonds. I've always loved this picture because of what it means. That sometimes when we're pursuing our dreams, sometimes you're like the guy up top. You've got energy, you're pressing forward, you're pushing along, and you still have a long way to go, right? And sometimes we're the guy on the bottom where we're like just about there. Like if you just keep going a little bit further, you're going to get there. You're going to make it. And so again, at what point do you say, well, this isn't working, I'm going to turn around? Anytime I've ever had those thoughts in anything I've been doing, I always think of that picture and I'm like, well, wait, what if I'm almost there? What if there's just this little teeny sliver left and I'm almost there? And so it really is a challenge to know, when do you quit? When are you done with a specific project or an idea? When do you stop doing that and start doing something else? And, as an entrepreneur, the best advice I can give you is you have to use good judgment. And I'm not going to lie, a little prayer to the man upstairs is always a good thing. That helps me to be able to get a little extra guidance and direction in the things that I do. But ultimately, the decision is mine to make. Ultimately, I have to decide when enough is enough and when it's time to do something else. And I've had to do that several times throughout my life. Having said that, the whole journey as an entrepreneur, I could have quit that a long time ago. And there have been times when honestly I've taken, a big hiatus, a big break from it because I'm like, this ain't working. I'm going to just take a break. I'm going to go get a real job. I've done that before a few different times, and there's nothing wrong with that. I heard this term recently referring to entrepreneurs that we are part of the 1% crazy. Like the people who are really, really entrepreneurs, who really have that drive and determination to do something. And really, you have to be a little bit crazy to do this because as entrepreneurs, we work lots of extra hours that other people don't work, and we get paid a lot less for it. I mean, it's the way it works. It's how it goes. But we do that because of that desire or that push to be successful and to move forward. And it's not all about me either. And I don't think really as an entrepreneur, I don't think it can be about us completely. Because if you're running a business, if you're providing some kind of a service or a product, then you're trying to do something to solve a problem or help your clients. And so it is about them just as much, or maybe even more, it has to be about them. But ultimately, it is. It's this drive or this desire that continues to push you forward. And you got to hold on to that. You got to keep going, or you're not going to make it. And I would say that this extends with anything that we want, whether it's, being an entrepreneur or being an athlete or a musician. I mean, you have to push through the hard times. You have to push through the challenges. And when you hit those roadblocks, you've got to find a way around them or through them if you want to have success. And so I wanted to share this photo with you, and that's why, like I said, I've linked it below in the description. But it's something that sticks out to me. It's something that I think about whenever I'm going down a path and I'm just not sure if this is the right thing to do. That image has always to help remind me that I'm not a quitter, that I'm not the person I'm not going to get this close and quit. So I work hard to use my best judgment in whatever it is that I'm doing to help me determine when enough is enough. And I'm not going to lie to you, sometimes I don't make the right decision. There have been projects in the past where I have pushed on far beyond what I should have. I tried a lot longer than I should have. And then there are other times when I look back and I'm like, man, I should have gone further. There have actually been times when I've seen something that I was trying to push or pursue and somebody else ended up doing it. And I'm like, man, if I had just kept going, if I had tried something different or, mix things up, whatever the case may be. I guess my message today is don't give up, don't quit. If you're determined enough and you believe in it enough, keep going until you can clearly see that it's just not going to work. And at that point, you need to shift gears. But sometimes that doesn't mean you have to completely change what you're doing. Sometimes it's making adjustments to what you already have. And I've been there as well. Anyway, that's my thought for today. Just wanted to share and wish you all the best. Bye.